Actually, for this particular news, it is something I actually need my check. And if you have been following this particular platform over the years, and I say before the elections, you realize say now you can't say the same way. Ya boss and then me no can say oral said they are moving forward. This particular woman who on your screens, your friend Gifty Oware mention. Now, beginning of this year, journalist Manasa Azuri or presented a year. Documents be Emma Team Oral, that is Operation Recover All Loot. And in that particular video and that particular picture, we saw a year Yoko Boss, a Raymond Aka in there. We saw Kututa Blakwa in there. We saw a year COP Kofi Boachi in there. We saw a year Dominic Ayini in there, Attorney General. We saw a lot of people in there. And the main aim was that they were presenting them with the facts of the NSS scandal. If you don't know what is really going on, according to journalist Manas Azuriel, this is what really happened. During the last tenure for two tenures of Akufo-Addo's government, talking about 2017 to 2020 and also 2021 to 2024. This woman who was with the NSS on the NSS CEO, Osei Asibey, these two people, they were involved in payroll scandal. And at the end of the day, Ghana Yaboka almost 500 million Ghana cedis. That is every year. And then Team Oral was presented with this argument and this evidence by team and now Manas has really the team. And subsequently, they have been charged. So this is the breaking news. Abetoyen sir, so joining we are live. So joining on this particular live session. Feel free to actually drop in your comment. Name what you think as we begin this particular breaking news. Air course. So the big question is what is really going on. It's for the question is say who may your screens no so she happened to be the NSS deputy director. And what we are learning is that according to Manas as the documents or the by no party say during a thing there was an issue, okay, with the NSS payroll. And you know, Dr. Baumia was the then vice president or call NSS. And what can say NSS could be bracy in Tuamoka. And there was an issue there. So issue the issue of ghost names. The issue of ghost names. So what Vice President Baumia did was that Francophobia from South Africa and Israel said, "Omunye a new system. So new system no a upgrade. And only be BIA digital. A one of the starting the Mr. Digital no. Into a instead of a can yetua no ebeko ebia ubotom no and as ebeko bank account no everything will be digitalized. They will use systems that way sika no entimi fa baby and so be ntimi throw be di and duplicating names and sika no at the expense of government. And this all this while that woman we a deputy director a whole information ebe told just say all these things about Miade Bayana, it was supposed to help. It was not actually helping. It was rather helping people like Gifty Oware Mensah and NPP former NSS CEO Osei Asibey to steal and also make sure they loot the state money. In this system near the Bayano, and yeah, every month and every year, be meeting for 90,000. Eka NSS payroll no. It's this NSS payroll scandal the one of the things you also have to notice is that they were doing it year upon year. The entire makers and say Ghana has said every year we have people who graduate from the various universities and they are mandated to serve. And they are now said they are mandated to do a national service, and this particular woman was one of them. It's for NCBI the official court rater Abba, which is actually charging this woman, and even some of the charges say they are born because we'll be reading everything right here on this particular platform. And at the end of the day, you will be shocked as to how and the things are so Ghana. So first of all, you be can call how Ghana Web reported this. Ye share a new year. Not ya call share a year court rates no. Because here no it's not quite the Republic versus these two people. And yeah, according to government, Omo party says Sankofu your mabo Ghana ka over so many billion Ghana cedis they need to take it back. Remember, I said give it to Oware so or no so minuka saying Wababe react to all of these things are air course and as obviously as obvious she is blaming the devil and she's saying it's a NDC for time and they are persecuting her and I said they are going after her. We'll be talking about all of these things, but some can catch on. This was what Ghana Web said. Or say Gifty Oware Mensah charged with 38.4 million theft and alleged thefts and financial loss. So this particular woman here can say Gifty Oware Mensah na asem any eba beke na make out at the point in time no you be making sure say ebe fa a court rate na abano ni ye bobo ni ra into the details. Also former deputy executive director of the National Service Authority, Gifty Oware Mensah, has been charged with stealing and willfully causing financial loss to the state. So now the state is saying that this woman is being charged of a total of 38.4 million Ghana cedis. Or see, according to court documents cited by Ghana Web on October 13, 2025, the charges stem from alleged financial irregularities during a tenure at the National Service Authority. According to Attorney General's Office or Attorney General's Department, Oware Mensah allegedly misappropriated a total of 38 million Ghana cedis and above between the year of 2022, February 2022, and also March 2024, while supervising the finance, audit, and procurement divisions of the NSA. Now, one of the things you also have to note here is that Umayi, she happened to be the special supervisor of the finance and audit and also procurement divisions at National Service Authority. She also happened to be a board member of the Ghana Football Association, that's the GFE, or women say the only female account. Now, more part as a woman way from the year 2022 February to 2024 a year March no woman way the man as the deputy NSS director. She was supposed to supervise Niema air cost the payments near the this woman basically misappropriated the funds. Sikano odie Mikaso DNS overstatement. Sorry. Sikano na hobby sebe. And Niema air cost sikan F5 crofase. Now straight up no young court near share a year what your friends and charges because we would like to actually get into the details of the charge. Near who the full details of it. At the end of the day, charges being any the bono. How long will she be in jail? Remember, I said in some way in our course, no. Osei Asibey is also involved. At the end of the day, no. You better nana for ya can answer. So first of all, no, straight up, the young court, share what is on the screens. Yeah, share the full details of it. So just a minute, I think so will be done in no time. Okay, so this is exactly what we are getting. To share the whole screen, so we are the official court rated by this particular official court rated by it is telling us exactly what is really going on and how this particular NSS scandal, how it was even going into play. To share top now, or say in the Superior Court of the Judicature in the High Court of Justice Accra and on new data to the Republic versus Madam Gifty Oware Mensah. So in here, and they are telling us what a Gifty Oware Mensah why charges here the bono and some of the allegations she is facing. It's for share the count one. Count one no statement of offense no and at the wire a charge one or say stealing contrary to section 124 clause 1 on the Criminal Offences Act 1960 at 29. And your patcher said the first charges are an account here they bought Madam Gifty Oware and said we are there. Now Ghana Bremun section 124 clause 1 no HS we are there a Criminal Offence Act. Yes, a particular of offense, and I said, dear count one or the woman. Osei Gifty Oware Mensah, the former deputy executive director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 31.5 million Ghana cedis, the property of the National Service Authority, by causing the money to be transferred to blocks of live consult for your benefits. So, according to a year in Sema Abba, yes, coming from a year the Attorney General's office, what they are saying is that so what back on when they bought a year made the first count, they say we are there. Now the particular of offense in a part is a woman a brand or yeah the NSS deputy director and executive director no Sikanka was say or making sure see the tria in Yanomuka and NSS when we see Misikan by any idea says Sikan was the trunk for can woman we are not or down one also makes or making sure Sikan a concord for honor baby and no more creative ghost names in the maniama and a total of 31.5 million Ghana cedis Umi ejina ho ehweye. Eme send iska no from NSS account. And you transfer a call a certain company for the blocks of life consults. You transfer 31.5 million Ghana cedis echo a certain company for the blocks of life consult for her own benefits. These things are going on, and sometimes you ask yourself, we mo omo boa and ask omo nipa. Here share the count 2. The statement of offense also willfully causing financial loss to the Republic, contrary to section 179 clause A3 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960. Yeah, pa say woman or sheda and our bomb by nika, so that's the count 2. Or share the particular of offense now. So Gifty Oware Mensah, the former Deputy Executive Director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, willfully caused financial loss of 31.5 million to the public by causing the said amount to be transferred to Blocks of Life Consult, a company of which you are the ultimate beneficiary owner, and for you purportedly for the supply of goods on high purchase to national service personnel you never supplied. So according to the count 2, what they are saying is that womeyi wa boganaka inti de oye no wa boganaka and almost so mu say woman no our company bi or set company be on the side, as our company no set on the side no company din at the Blocks of Life Consults. Now some block of life consults no omu chem here the company na ono ankasa no assign the company to NSS say obe supply goods and services ama NSS personnel say paper, say book, say be a paraphernalia, say a marks, say be a computers, we don't know, but these were things now on one kasa say the company in your contract into best supply ama NSS and now the national service personnel, but she never supplied it. Yes, so she received a total of 31.5 million Ghana cedis into her account. Now therefore this is just the beginning, because a does to pay ye yenko count 3. Count 3 also willfully causing financial loss to the public, contrary to section 179 clause 3A of the Criminal Offences Act. And yes, see this particular charge was shada women was shada pa onim de oye and our causing a financial loss to the state. So willfully onim de oye onim pa said de oye nenye, so she willfully did it and causing financial loss to the state and also a criminal offense. The particular of offense now see Gifty Oware Mensah, former deputy director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, which willfully caused financial loss to the sum of 6.9 million Ghana cedis to the public of the said amount to be charged by Agricultural Development Bank on the loan of 31.5 million that you inappropriately authorized for Blocks of Life Consult and benefited from. In the purchase, say woman she willfully caused financial loss of 6.9 million to the public, okay, by causing interest of the said amount to be charged on Agricultural Development Bank. In the purchase, woman odienim ekoje sikebi ana ode money company, which is 31.5 million Ghana cedis. Okoji fi Agricultural Development Bank. Now, Agricultural Development Bank okoje isa sikani fi yese ode ma onwani company no ma supply NSS adie no. Ode koye no sikan di oje be sa niema no amba. Aside from that to interest na adasa 31.5 million na okoje ye in the name of NSS edema the company sa interest na that's on 6.9 million Ghana cedis. Ni nyina ekọ ni company ho. Ebra sa interest no NSS na wo se otua. Yanko count 4 no so. Count 4 also using public office for profit contrary to section 179 C clause A of the Criminal Offences Act. Ye purchases how may Gifty Oware or use no office no, okay, for profit. Or bar a bemono or swear say, oh, I'm going to protect the public purse. The course to be, and I'm going to work in the interest of Ghanaians. This woman was not working in the interest of Ghanaians. This woman was working in the interest of her own self. And for profits, you the particular of offense. Or see Gifty Oware Mensah, former deputy director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, of the Greater Accra region dishonestly abused your office for benefit by unlawfully receiving the color of your office for yourself, an amount of 31.5 million from Agricultural Development Bank through Blocks of Life Consult, which you knew you were not authorized to receive personally. Do me ye part say public officials one more muye juma abemu ewo ejuma na wo ye ewo so ye sumo man wo so ye esumu bottom NSS wase. But when she was making sure the money was going into your pocket. Criminal offense. And no or say NSS full here niema, ye be supply. Ama your friend say NSS personnel. And or call Agricultural Development Bank say NSS in here sika loan of 31.5 million Ghana cedis. Now more the Toby B. Efi company be a friend Blocks of Life Consults. Na ya supply my NSS. And now Agricultural Development Bank say, oh, okay. Ya cry ya buying bank. Ya boy ye ho. And a good business because one cost stamp because buy and share no. NSS muska no. Ya pema muska. And on tam 31.5 million. Emma NSS women. And on transfer command the companies and the company no. On be supply niema ama NSS for. Which it never came. And now, in C1, that's our 31.5 million, a 6.9 million interest. Interest and that home. We no so few women abroad is a sikano, according to the count, a year 4 no. Yeah, part say, we a public official and was so making sure say you don't use your office for profits. Use it to serve. Oh, you so office here, the amount is a business. Oh, the best some mine and this man who breaches our parts, no, and they are charging her with that. Yes, count 5. Was a money laundering contrary to section 12A of Anti-Money Laundering Act. In the price woman or sounds to money laundering, which means a sikano ekodi baby. Yes, the particular of offense. Osei Gifty Oware remains some former deputy executive director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra. Transferred 31.5 million from the National Service Authority high purchase escrow account with Agricultural Development Bank to Blocks of Life Consult for the purpose of disguising the illicit origin of the money, knowing it to be proceeds of unlawful activity. The price of woman your year NSA or transfer 31.5 million from NSS high purchase escrow accounts. Okay, sa account no. It is hard with and I say Fidelity Development Bank ho. Sa sika nka say account omu hie bibi omu de tono. Sa account no ene umi e ko authorize ya. Omu transfer 31.5 million Ghana cedis say ye fa nko Blocks of Life Consults on one company. Ebro nim say sad na oyen krono. So that is the your friend is saying the count 5 say whatever she did no o she has here or say then money laundering o yesika efi aban kukuomu and a ode ko a different your friend is saying account sa account no your one account. So imagine say me am ti hey me a president of the Republic of Ghana na Ghana your bank Ghana Commercial Bank me yiska efi Ghana Commercial Bank and am dey akose my account no adan am say Ghana for ye free SHS hin duane itino me no ma transfer ko to my account mu and I'm be tunjane I'm a free SHS. They be money laundering. Iti omuma brief facts of the case. And omama brief facts in be something no. Me no ka say no. Okay, there's something here person ready. I think say e wa ha say. Yen share a year count 6 no. Or see Blocks of Life Consult because our Blocks of Life Consult and no Gifty Oware there. Or see Blocks of Life Consult Limited is a private limited company registered in the year 2016 and owned by one Paul Boateng. The accused in order to facilitate a criminal activities to control of the company through one Mohammed and made George Annan her mother's driver one of the company's directors. Into a price of Block Life Consults no. A company be registered in 2016. A papa be a no Paul Boateng ni de. Na sa accused person yi esan so nim se or the sa Blocks of Life Consult that Gifty Oware mensa SN is kako 2 mono. Onim so de ba be di boni ti no. on make a year company no board of directors no on ma on one kasa ne driver baako and a year if any ne maame driver baako and a year the company's director. So the whole company no, it was a sham. The whole company was what? A sham. We any in Semana Ekoswa. People definitely are actually talking about this issue. You could see very well, say, scandal we of course a idea, you know, a chance. What I say, and it tells you at the end of the day, you know, there are things there. So it's therefore once again we are live, my what you think about this whole issue? Ekoso. It's therefore a year Gifty Oware Mensa kwa and ya charge no because Gifty Oware Mensa was just a deputy. So a deputy who was the boss. And during the time a year boss no so was he aware of this criminal enterprise? And as Sebio, he was not aware. Was he part of it or Sebio, he was not part of it? These are big questions at the end of the day. We'll see a bisa. And to make say the former NSS boss, your friend Osei Asibey Gifty. Or no, the any crowd is in Crui. Hey, Ghana, ebe ye na che. Ghana, ebe ye na che. Anyways, it's all good. Yen share a year charges a year abo a year pay. Yen ko screen so never we enter so. Osha, Osei Asibey charged with 600 million financial loss, stealing and others. It's therefore Osei Asibey, he's been charged with the former NSS boss. He's been charged with 600 million financial loss, stealing and others. Gifty Oware Mensa put the 31.5 million Ghana cedis charge and a bond. Osei Asibey who appeared to be the NSS boss no on the dear no 600 million Ghana cedis. Osei, the former executive director of the National Service Authority, Osei Asibey Gifty has been charged with 14 counts, including financial loss to the Republic, stealing and money laundering in a case involving more than 600 million. According to the charges sheet filed at the Accra High Court on October 13, 2025, the former NSA boss is accused of authorizing payments to over 60,000 non-existent national service personnel and misappropriating public funds during his tenure between 2021 and 2025. Into Osei Asibey, the born NSA, they were creating company. Whilst the deputy no a creative company or so NSS. NSS for moving here calendar. NSS for moving here a year printing. A year mu certificate near the other. And you see a company be a ghost company. Yes, a ghost company. No, you find a block lives consult. I'm talking about a year the deputy no Gifty Oware. Into Gifty Oware a creative a company no. And as you can't go also with the third year or the question the company no this cano. Or say Asibey there. No NSS boss no, because not Gifty Oware any deputy. Osei Asibey was the NSS boss. The born and simple. He authorized 60,000 payment to ghost names are not any existence. It say to your NSS person be 400 cedis are names are what we see 60,000 of them are fake ghost names. And nipa na such a payment na say into everything clear, all clear, sir. Push, I've endorsed it. Mr. Osei Asibey Gifty. Into no where they are born or no. Willfully causing financial loss to the state with a tune of amount of over 600 million Ghana cedis. Now, also no, you better call the court rates no so because on the count nipo there 14. Gifty Oware there 6. So it just tells you how severe this is. Also, the worst thing so say in the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice, Republic versus Osei Asibey Gifty. And you see, I never be bought Osei Asibey the criminal offense. Why charges here they bono. I have 14 charges. Which charges any they pay? Osha count 1 statement of offense causing financial loss to the Republic. To section 179 of the Criminal Offences Act. The price of a pay Ade baako a waye a enye ana ne bone baako a ne mfonso baako no then causing financial loss to the state, which means nyema oye no at the end of the day a bogana ka. Yen share the statement of offense, the particulars of offense. Osei Asibey Antwi, former executive director, NSA, between August 2021 and February 2025, willfully caused financial loss of 500,860,744,000 Ghana cedis and 2 pesos belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing payments of allowances to in excess of 60,000 non-existent ghost national personal service names. If you are paying the bond, your DNA is simple. Say a brand new NSS no. A do time I was see you and confor in one way NSS. Do time I was see you more. Papa, Obeka okay. NSS personal me ebia 200,000. No prohibit you 200,000. But 200,000 no. Move for 60,000 count. Then you 260. 200,000 you bet you but 60,000 there. A ghost names. The DNP a South African names. A DNP a South African names. A DNP a Kenya 14. A DNP a Kofu Mewu. A DNP a basically manufactured non-existent names. It's for 60,000 and every month I pay authorizing into a brand. These people they never existed. Basically, they were ghost names. You share the count 2 or statement of offense, stealing contrary to section 12, 123 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act. You share the particular of offense for count 2. Osei Asibey Gifty, former executive director, National Service Authority, on the 22nd of August 2023 in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly, appropriated the sum of 3,612,000 Ghana cedis, to the National Service Authority. In the area, I said, Papa, a brand new NSS boss, no, or said that pa NSC kanka was ye use no, na ye NSS or models no. Says no, sa NSS Papa, he dishonestly appropriated the sum, no, which is you scan the man, no, you need your day, say side check, say car, say VA, we don't know, but this 3 million, no, Sikano Echo the ho. That was on August 22nd, 2023. Yen share the count 3. Count 3 statement of offense on stealing money. Contract is 124, section 124 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act. You see, and you see, Osei Asibey we are there. Yen share the particular of offense. Osei Asibey Antwi, former executive national director of the NSS, that's the National Service Authority, on or about 11th of September 2023 in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 516,000 Ghana cedis belonging to National Service Authority. If I pay a brand new NSS boss, Sikanka was the no. You need to this kind of year. All of a sudden, 500,000 Ghana cedis was used for something that be intimate tracy. Or the idea, or so the year BB provide evidence on Timin provided. So he dishonestly misappropriated the funds. Count 4, statement of offense, stealing contrary to section 124 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act. Osei Asibey Antwi, it is here no count 4 nesi we are there. It is share particulars. Osei Asibey Antwi, former executive director of the NSC, that's the National Service Authority, about the 26th of August 2023 in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated a sum of 516,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority. This time around, the price of pay, we blow sika of again 500,000 and can also say 500,000 a year. Your friend is saying NSS 4D. Yanko count 5 no. Count 5 statements of offense no. Stealing contrary to section 124 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960. We are there. Yanko particular of offense. Osei Asibey Antwi, the former executive director of the National Service Authority, on the 23rd of November 2023 in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 516,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority. This is my part. Sikano we are no washeda and a why and the Criminal Offence Act. Yensha a year says can 516,000, almost 500,000 Ghana cedis, or over 500,000 Ghana cedis. Yensha the count 6. Count 6 no statement of offense a stealing contrary to section 124 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960. Into this one your price papa we there. A bra uvi idea wa Ghana yembra mu a bone. Yensha the particular of offense. Osei Asibey Gifty, former NSS director or National Service Authority director, on the 18th of December 2023 in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 1,032,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority. In Japan, I pay again. Was we are there this time around. Sika a 1/1 million. I was say NSS for the no. I could blow scano. The money went to him. The payment in this can year. Courts count 7. Statement of offense stealing contrary to section 124. Clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act. Into this time around, on counting on only counting year 14, the African year do half. African year do half. This particular session, Papa said, Papa, you are essentially we are the the way we are. Osei Asibey Gifty, former NSS director or National Service Authority director, on the 14th of May 2024, that was last year, in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 2,062,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority. So, pay the parents say, Sika anka was NSS 4 ye. Obeti NSS 4 see in Chuomo, National Service personnel see in Chuomo. On the says can oyimu 2 million. You name the other koye. Yes, count 8. No statement of offense causing financial loss to the public. Section 179. Clause 1 of the Criminal Offences and see and your said, Yawa no, or Bogana ka, Edian or same beam, yes, the particular of offense. Osei Asibey Gifty, the former executive director of the National Service Authority, between January 2022 and December 2024 in the Greater Accra region, willfully caused financial loss of 8,258,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing transfers from authorities' control accounts to e-switch card number 1177042059, the property of Osei Asibey Gifty. It count 8 in a patch say between a year January 2022 and December 2024. Papa, they na oyen they no or NSS ne say e-switch are ready to NSS they receive payment through e-switch card near the other no. Okoye e-switch emon wan kasa ne ho. Ene the account number na to because any din ene da so. Ena every month bia no on wan kasa wire ska ekum tibi etimi 500,000 300,000 near the other. Ye kan ni nyina bomu from January 2022 to December 2024 no. Ni nyina na over 8 million Ghana cedis. Enu ti no de wire no once again no bone. Yenko count 9 no so. Money laundering contrary to section 12 a year C of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020. Into this time around, your party say count 9 they say why money laundering? Young question the details of it, or say particulars of offense. Osei Asibey Gifty, former executive national director between January 2022 and December 2024 of the Greater Accra region, knowing that a sum of 8,256,000 Ghana cedis diverted into his e-switch accounts form part of the proceeds of unlawful activity, also form part of the proceeds of unlawful activity took possession of the said amount. Into a pay parent statement, account 9 they say you're in money laundering account NSS for their sika company account no or yiska and now transfer sika efimu echo nakasa ne personal e-switch account. Assets cannot transfer in between a year January 2022, that is 2022 January, to a year December 2025 from CS can 8.5 million Ghana cedis. They be your sending accounts. You shared the count 10 statement of offense causing financial loss to the public contrary to section 179 clause A of the Criminal Offences Act. You share you see and you see why the why you Ghana you share the particulars of offense. Osei Asibey Gifty, former executive director of the National Service Authority, on the 30th of September 2022, willfully caused financial loss of of 58 million Ghana cedis, 55 million Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing the withdrawal of the said amounts from the project's account number and on the tour for the Kumewu Farm project without expending it on the project. In the part say on 30th September 2022, Papaya now NSS bossy authorizing a payment of 55 million Ghana cedis. Say yen transfer sa project no says canon. Yenfa come here a certain yenfa come support a certain project as our project no yes the Kumewu Farm project. Now one of the things you have to note is when you seek consent and one is authorized here into the year no according to a year count 9 no a friend is saying causing financial loss to the state. Yen share a year that according to count say causing financial loss to the state. Yen share a year count 11. Count 11 also causing financial loss to the Republic contrary to 179 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act. Into this time again, your price per pay was also a Bogana cap. Your year and causing financial loss to the state. What again? Yen share particulars no. Osei Asibey Antwi, former executive director of the National Service Authority, on or about the 20th of October 2023, willfully caused financial loss of 15 million Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing the withdrawal of the said amount from the project account number and on their tour for the Kumewu Farm project without expending it on the project. In the way pay also another 15 million Ghana cedis. Now, Papa, the quiet, or some of the quiet a year NPP for Kumewu Farm projects. And or the 15 million echo 2 sa a year project sim a bra one country be a yasha count 12. Count 12 on the statement of offense also causing financial loss to the state. Contrary to section 179 clause A of the Criminal Offences Act. It is here, I said the YBM was also causing financial loss to the state. Ensure the particulars of offense. Osei Asibey Gifty, former NSS director, on or about a year January 22nd, 24th January 2024, willfully caused financial loss of 4 million Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing the withdrawal of the said amount from the project account number and on the tour for the Kumewu Farm project without expending it. Again, your parents said, was also a cause financial loss to the state. And on much says can it could Kumewu Farm project for her. Yan share a year count 13. Or say count 30 the statement of offense causing financial loss to the public. And also share the particulars, this time around, your person Charles Osei Asibey Boganaka and causing financial loss to the state. You share the details of this particular offense. Osei Asibey Antwi, former executive director of the NSA, on the 22nd of March 2024, willfully caused financial loss of 10 million Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing the withdrawal of the said amount from the project account number blah 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 for the Kumewu Farm project without expanding on. Says Charles Osei Asibey on the 22nd of March 2024, he caused another financial loss to the state because he again authorized a sum of 10 million Ghana cedis Kumewu Farm project. Ebra, they did not tell Parliament or SEBI, or board of directors or anyone or the president about it. Yensha count 14. Count 14, yensha the statement of claim and the statement of offense. Or say causing financial loss to the public contrary to section 179 number 2 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960. Into this one, I say Papa, the YBM, he has once again caused financial loss to the state. Into the particulars of offense, or say Osei Asibey Gifty, the former executive director of the National Service Authority, on the 14th of May 2024, willfully caused financial loss of 22 million Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority by authorizing the withdrawal of the said amounts from the project number blah 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 for the Kumewu Farm project. At the point in time, okay, so scan or transfer this time, 22 million Ghana cedis. If you're paying, according to a year in summer by say, na project be cost a Kumewu Farm project. Into date here for May, January, March, near the other. He authorizes payment of 10 million saying Kumewu Farm project. No, I say you 5 million fan kwose Kumawu farm project. No one san kebim 12 million fan kwose Kumawu farm project. And all of these things basically no on part say a bo on my car. So based on this, I was here charging. This is the man we are talking about. A year, Mr. Osei Asibey Gifty. He has been charged with what 600 million Ghana cedis of your friend is saying of offense. Say what causes financial loss? This Tisiano a car. What bought Ghana and 600 million Ghana. A big on the bottom. A big Kumawu farm project. A big so con number be. But then the day, Attorney General Air Party said. Our evidence will be to me so or the way prosecuted per pay. So this is exactly what is really going on in terms of the whole NSS scandal. Air trending on social media. For you better also with more updates, especially in regards with Myanmar Air Course, because there is a lot of things. Air Course, so at the end of the day, we need to definitely talk about all of these things, okay? Because they are basically issues. Air Course, what say you can't want them. All right, so it's here for that is exactly what is really going on in regards with the NSS scandal. Akoswa, Menokasi ya charge these two people, okay, for a year causing financial loss to the state. Honestly, this news has been received wide and clank of Japan. But then at the end of the day, it will be a friend is saying, what do you call in the interest of a Ghana? Say at the end of the day, you bring justice. So it's therefore we have a lot and at the end of the day we believe say all of these things are echoes justice should prevail because come on, it's our money here, it's the state money, and at the end of the day we need to know exactly what is really going going on. And so therefore the CRC more updates as all of these various events continue to unfold right here on this particular platform. Thank you so much for watching.